Monhegan was one of our priority communities to visit because we knew that they were paying not only some of the highest energy costs in the whole state, but also it was one of the hardest islands for us to visit. And we really wanted to prioritize this effort to the places where energy auditors and contractors are probably least likely to go without our efforts. And as it turned out, a number of the homeowners were actually really interested to go beyond the basic air sealing work and do spray foam installation in their basements and other parts of their houses. And so what we knew at that point was that we needed to step in and talk about the logistics of getting a spray foam truck to Monhegan. Monhegan doesn't have a car ferry. It's not serviced by the state ferry service. So we had to rent the MV Reliance. It's a small barge that services the outer islands pretty frequently with big loads from dump trucks and other equipment to get that out to the island. So we knew we needed to rent the barge to get the spray foam truck out there, and what that meant is we had to be aware of a number of other logistics. We had to worry about the availability of the barge, we had to worry about the weather conditions because we couldn't go in poor weather and high seas, and then we had to worry about the tides because we were looking for a high tide in order to have an easy offload once we arrived to the beach on Monhegan. So there was a lot of logistics to set up, not only the homeowners, but also the transportation logistics to make this work happen.
What I'm trying to achieve here is a moisture barrier from the main house by spray foaming underneath and down the walls of the cellar. And this will also keep the wind from blowing in around the sills. I've been thinking about doing this for years. As you can see, I've got some sheets of insulation around here and I was going to spray foam it myself. But the Island Institute with its energy program put this together, and is a unique opportunity to actually have it done completely and done right. Getting a spray foam truck out here is just a dream come true for a lot of us residents.
People realize that these types of specialized services don't come to the island very often, so I think with this opportunity people realized this was sort of almost a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, it seemed like, to get this work done. And then once we get to the island doesn't have any paved roads, it's all dirt roads. So our contractor had to upgrade his truck a little bit so that he wouldn't be getting stuck in any ditches or in any tight places. We had to be really careful about measuring supplies, making sure that there were enough supplies once we were out there because there are no hardware stores to get additional materials. So lots of different things to keep track of, lots of moving pieces, lots of little details that made this a success. So when you think about those high costs and you think about the harsh conditions of living out on an island when the wind is just whipping through your house on a daily basis through the winter, it's a huge challenge to think about heating your home and being comfortable. So although it might have been a huge challenge to do this work from a logistical point of view, I think that it's going to pay off in the long run.